Who is Felicia? She's a child of God. I love Felicia. I love the body I'm in, the space I'm at. And I can actually say that I love God. I love God. And I love people, especially my people in the community. You know, I believe not just Black lives matter, but all lives matter. You know, I came from corporate America at AT&T. After 15 years, I retired from a computer science degree, and my parents had retired, and I came here. I said I had to take over. I said, don't sell this business to anyone else. So I have a lot vested here. These are my babies, my clients, my participants. This is my family. What can I offer to give them hope, to give them love? What was deposited into me? So I came through this journey, and let me tell you, it has been a journey that God has taken me to take over a church. It's a small church, but it's a love church. And actually, I always preach and teach that we are the church. We bring it to the building. See, I like going out into the street. And when I came outside this morning to the food pantry, I got my hug outside. 20, 30 people were hugging on me, and I was hugging on them. And it's real. It's genuine. See, people in the community, they know what a faith is. I want people, when they come into Bethel, that they feel the love, that this is a family here. A lot of people ask me, what disability do you have? I have something called osteogenesis. What that means is soft bone, brittle bone. I can sneeze and break a rib. I've broken probably every body part that I have in this 4'1" body. But there's nothing that stands in my way. If it's sunny outside, if it's rainy outside, if it's icy outside, I'm outside where there's people. You know, I don't isolate myself. And I think that that's a testimony. That's my testimony that I show to our clients, to our community members here. And I'll say community members to my family outside. And I always say, when you can get this right, when you get this right, then you can get this right. You get people right. When you love him, then you can love people.
Well, actually, my daughter was in a situation with her car, and she had to come here for community service. And I used to bring her here while she did the community service here. I would bring her and pick her up, and they would come. They would have service on Sunday, and once or twice I came in. And then because I wasn't going to the church that I was at, I wasn't going because I wasn't too pleased with it. I was looking for another church home. And then after coming here, bringing her, I found a church around the corner. And I started going there, but I always know, that this little church was here. Every once in a while, I would pop in, sit for a few minutes here, hear a word from God, always listen for that word. And sometimes I would leave out before, which I know I shouldn't have, but I did. But just to hear that word, that encouraging word, because I know where God brought me from and what he's done for me. And I never let it ease my mind. And every chance I get to tell somebody that's discouraged, I just try to tell them, if he did it for me, he could do it for you, or even do more for you. Whatever's in his will for you, he'll do it.
My name is Khalid Blandon. I'm the behavioral tech, and I also run groups, also do didactic lectures, and I also do the detox, run the detox. Now, I'll say I've been here 8 years, and I've been doing this around about 7. Because when I first came, I had started out as the maintenance, cleaning the toilets, sweeping the stairs, humble beginnings. But that was good for me because, listen, I have no problem going back to doing it if I have to. So, I was sharing in the groups one day, and, the pastor, Felicia's father, who was the director at the time, was like, well, I like what you got to say. He's like, you ever thought about counseling? So I was like, I really never thought about it. But, like they say, being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, God will bless you. So he's like, being that we're a licensed program, would you like to go to school for counseling? So I said, all right, no problem. Because, if I had to do another backbreaking job, I would have. But, I kind of, like the counseling thing. So, when it's helping people, I always help people back in the day, but now I can help them in a capacity to where, it makes me feel good, by doing God's work, and, it gets them better. So, that's where I'm at now. Knowing that you could be one way, but if you put your mind to it, you could be another way. And when I say another way, because this building right here, it may be a small building, but we have so many miracles, so many good stories of, a person coming in, dragging their tail, and leaving out holding their head up. That's what motivates me, just to see a person could change. Because, certain individuals, if you're using, or even if you're not using, or just got some bad behavior, certain individuals will put you down and say that you can't change just because you've been like that for a while. But nah, but once you put the energy in, you can change. Through God's grace and mercy, I'm an example of that. Because the same van that I put the individuals on was the same van that I rode on as well. So, I'm living proof that you can change. Actually, I came here through a program. I was in Integrity House at the time, and they wanted us to do outside meetings. So this was like one of our outside meeting spots other than Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. Thursday, Pastor Osborne had the men's meeting, and it's good like when you could just have a bunch of men just sharing their feelings, because sometimes when the female's there, we might try to flex and the real you don't come out. So it's like when you're around men, real men, they'll bring you the help that you need instead of you trying to show off. But yeah, I was stipulated here. But God got his way of putting you where you need to be. So I went from stipulated here to now working here.
My story as the executive director here at Bethel Counseling Services and the church at Bethel Worldwide Love and Resource Outreach Ministry. We want to be a resource for those who are down and out, who don't have food, feed families, rebuild family structure, teaching. We're getting ready to, I'm excited. We're getting ready to open up our second location in Jersey City. I'm so excited. I'm going to Trenton on Monday, and it's turnkey. And I have a team of staff of credentialed people. They're ready to start working, and until we get that up and running, they're bringing the clients here. With this new place, they have 3 vans, and they're shipping them here, and we're having them, we're feeding them the knowledge and focusing on keeping them clean. Send them to detox. We send people to detox as well as counseling. They want to stay here, and I say this is just the home base. This is the home base, and I tell them, you just stay connected. You know, my father used to walk around with an extension cord in his back pocket. And people stop. People think something was wrong with him. Why is he walking around with an extension cord? He said, because I know you have to stay connected.
My name is Sarah Drinkard. I've been working here with Bethel for since April of last year. I cook for the programs that we have here. I shop for the food pantry. We give out food on Fridays for the less portion. And as you can see, we have a whole lot of stuff to give out tomorrow. Oh, I love working in our community. I love helping people. I love the smiles that we put on their faces. And I love the fact that we can do whatever we can do to help out in people's situation where they, food stamps are being cut, and we're able to give them something. If it's not everything that they need, but it's something that they can use in their pantry. I like working in the community. I really like it. That inspires me just to know that I'm helping somebody, That's what inspires me.
I haven't been coming here years at all, okay? I've only been coming here months, but it's the first connection with, matter of fact, it was a gentleman that worked here, but he got a job where I wasn't seeing him anymore. And he recognized my change. Just by seeing me come, he started noticing the change in me. And when he let me know that made me feel good, because that showed me that somebody pay attention and don't mind commenting on the positive. Everybody, they choose, we can have 10 positive things going for us and one negative. But society would rather focus on that one negative. And sometimes it only takes a person for you to show them that you recognize at least one of those positives to give them the strength to move on and go further,
My parents started about 13 years ago. But if I even go back even further than that, it started years even before that. They got licensed about 12, 13 years ago. Time goes by so fast. And then after that, they've really made such sacrifices that I didn't realize that they were doing such things until I took over as executive director, going to state meetings to see all the great work and hearing all the great things that my parents have done, and that how people are so grateful. I don't know if people know about being grateful to get your life back. We take things for granted, but to have your life back, to have a job back, have your family back, have your finances back. And God says in Joel 2:25, that's what he says, he will restore all the years that the cankerworm has taken away. How I understand is he will give back all the years that you lost and restore that back to you if you put him first.
Hi everybody, I'm Simone Perry. I'm a counseling intern at Bethel. I help the senior counselors with their sessions, whether it be the tech area or giving some insight or any opinions related to what they're talking about. I also do a lot of the web design, web mastering of Bethel website. In the future, Ruth House website for the veterans. So I'm kind of getting into that, and in the future I hope to do a lot of creative arts therapy with them and do writing competitions for the magazine and whatnot. So to try to put the arts into counseling to make it a little fun. So right now, as an intern, I just kind of absorb and learn as much as I can with the processes and get to know the client, so that when I actually do become a counselor, they'll already have a rapport with me so that we can, get to work. But I've done past counseling at St. Luke's Roosevelt Addiction Institute. I've done it at the Dean Hope Center in Manhattan. I've done it at Amanda's Eagle, which is a domestic violence center in South Jersey. So I've dabbled in a lot of stuff. And I did a youth helpline in South Jersey as well. So I've done a lot of stuff with families and children. So just keeping in the same vein here. I think the work that's done here is a really good work, and I like the approach that we take of understanding where they're at and being real with everything, because you can become a counselor and think, you're on a different playing field as your clients, but here everybody's equal and everybody's struggling, and we can use our life experience to help the clients, and the clients can say their life experience that may even help us in the future to look at things a little differently so that we can better assist them. But I like how everybody's on an even playing field and we are a team and getting the same goal done. It may be different ways, because each client has a different substance or a different issue. It may not even be substance, it could just be mental illness. But we take it as a team perspective of, let's work on this together. You're not better than me, I'm not better than you, but we're on the same path to get better ourselves. I always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to have people have a better life. I always wanted to have kids in general to have a better life than I did, so being a bullied kid. So once I got into school and realized I'm kind of good at this, and I like learning about people, and I like having people understand other people, I said, I want to make all the other kids and all the other families better. And so that's why I kind of went into counseling, and that's why I kind of do this work, because I want to keep the families together, and I want to keep families understanding each other instead of fighting and divorcing or fighting and just not speaking to each other. I think this world would be better once the family unit is healed.
I love what I do. Every day. I do this for nothing, and I would do it for nothing. To put a smile, to feed a family, to give a hug to someone. And not everybody smells great, or I'll hug them anyway. Like they used to say, my father will hug a rattlesnake. And I say, I never. I would never say never. Because you could be that rattlesnake. It could be you. It could be your family member. I see everybody in the community as my family. So I have to do a lot of praying, a lot of crying, an awful lot of praying. That's the lessons that I've learned. That prayer is powerful. So I really had to rely on something that I always knew for years, but taking this position, I had to lean on God even more than I ever did. And that relationship and that connection that I talked about have to be grounded in the Word of God. Every day, it has to feed my spirit at 3 o'clock in the morning so it can set my attitude right. Every day I come in, I always have a smile on my face. People are like, my God, does she ever have any problems? Yes, I got problems now. But God got me. That's what's so funny. That this too will pass. And I just want someone to know that your situation will pass. And I want you to find that one. Like I know that one. One man. People are looking for a God with skin on it. That's what I really feel. Now they're looking for, and that's what Jesus came down. He had to put skin on himself. And that's why he came as Jesus. People now are open. looking for love. They've been to churches. They've been to every church. They can quote every scripture in the Bible, but they need God to come and fix a situation in their household. I've been taking phone calls all morning. The detox beds that their brothers and their husbands, and I'm telling them to come because they have a band that picks them up. Come, just come. How many people are hungry? Just come. I'm so glad that there's a Bethel. I thank God that there's a Bethel here. I thank God for those two individuals in Delray Beach that put this place in place and left me. Wow. And so I know they're praying for me. And I pray every day. Thank you.